valedictorian.
Good evening. After 6 long years at Kahuku, I'm about to leave a lot smarter than I was when I first arrived. A question that seems to be popping up a lot recently is, am I scared? Scared of the freshman 15? Yes. Scared that I'm not prepared for college? No. Thanks to my teachers, family, and friends, I am confident that I have the skills and knowledge necessary to be successful at college. From teachers, I've learned public speaking, the 50 states and their capitals, how a bill becomes a law, how to analyze books and poetry, how to integrate trigonometry functions, the history of Hawaii, the condensed history of the United States, a very condensed world history, transcription and translation of DNA, and many interesting Jeopardy facts, including the fact that people eat, on average, about a pound of insect parts every single year. From experiences, I've learned not to wear slippers on a rainy day, not to wait the night before the AP exams to start studying, that our track can function as a pond for ducks, to keep the fire alarms out of the reach of young children, and that using pesticides not only kills bugs, but also kills time spent at school. In the greater scheme of things, I've learned to balance schoolwork and activities with my family and friends. I've learned that nothing is impossible if you believe in yourself and you do your best. Most importantly, I've really come to realize that you should never take your community for granted. Without all the caring and supportive members of our communities, most of our school's accomplishments with programs like We the People, History Day, Speech and Debate, Water Polo, and football would be impossible. The past 6 years at Kahuku have seemed to be tedious and grueling on a day-by-day basis. However, looked at as one single experience, it has been amazing. A few words of advice. Take advantage of all opportunities that come your way and live each day as if it is your last. Thank you.
You never know what you can do unless you try. From trying to listen in class and doing your homework, to trying a new club or sport, to trying really anything out of your norm, you will find there are more benefits and rewards that come with trying than you might think there would be. Last school year, my friends persuaded me to try out for the Kahuku dance team. I hesitantly agreed. I have never done much dance and I felt like a fool. I was very embarrassed, ashamed, and self-conscious when I saw the other girls and how talented they were. I never thought I would try out for a dance team, let alone make it. After 2 years of dancing, my love for dance has grown tremendously. I have discovered a hidden passion and am forever grateful to my friends. The saying, "Don't judge a book by its cover," does not only apply to books, but to many aspects of life. Making an early judgment will often leave you with misconceptions. How will you know if you truly hate or enjoy something if you never try it? Testing something can be as easy as 1, 2, 3. You just need to make that first step. Try putting effort into your work and you might get an A. Try lifting weights and you might end up with muscles and strength. Try talking with that person you don't know. You could end up with a new friend. You can succeed if you try.
Since I live in Kaneohe, many people have asked me why I attend Kahuku High School. And to that, I replied, it's the people. When I began attending Kahuku in the 9th grade, it was a definite culture shock for me. Students did not care if you wore last night's pajamas to school, or even if you skipped brushing your hair. I have been blessed with being a part of this Red Raider community, and it has motivated me to succeed. I have watched classmates help each other after a humiliating fall. I have seen classmates invite the wallflower at the dance to put a little rhythm in their feet. And I have seen classmates congratulate others on their accomplishments. Each situation had me saying, I want to be like them. Kahuku has motivated me to get involved in school events and student organizations. Because of the passion that Red Raiders have in whatever they do, they have inspired me to get involved in things such as band, judo, the Red Cross Club, and student government. And all of these organizations organizations are based upon the desire to serve others. The theme of this year's yearbook has summed up my experience at Kahuku High School, which is only in Kahuku. It states that we are our own. We make the best with what we have. We strive and conquer when the odds are against us. This everlasting pride, spirit, honor, and excellence can only be found in Kahuku. I would like to thank my family for their support in my years of education. But most of all, I would like to thank this community for teaching me the meaning of being a Red Raider for life. Thank you.
Never let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. Classmates, teachers, family, and friends. In this game called life, we all want to be the winner. Here are some hints. I have found that courage and optimism are key ingredients to living a successful life. We must take full advantage of the opportunities that are placed in front of us and learn from every experience. As a student, I haven't always been the most courageous. I've been more timid and shy, but I have found that you get so much more out of life if you put yourself out in the world and play the game of life, even if you have the fear to fail. My mom is the kind of person who pushes you to strive to do your best and is proud of you for whatever you put forth. She always tells me it's better to aim for the stars and miss than to aim for the puddle and make your mark. With this constantly embedded in my mind, I've set my goals high and worked hard to achieve them. I played the game of high school with all I had. Disappointment became less of an issue because although they were failures, I knew that I had done my best and that there were more opportunities available to improve. Dream big and shine bright. Failure is an obstacle that doesn't exist if you keep trying. When you find that you shine, help others and give them a spark. Life is a game. Play it and never back down. And when the game ends, we all win. Friends and family, aloha. Since I come from a family of 6 children, there is never a dull moment in our home. I remember a few months ago when my youngest brother said to me, "Kendra, I want to play something. Let's play football." He quickly led me to one side of the living room and said, "All right, you be blue and I'll be red." "What?" I exclaimed. "Why do I have to be blue?" He answered, "Because I'm a Kahuku Red Raider and you're a girl." Then, after much thought, he changed his mind. "Fine, you can be the ref." The game began. My brother held the little plush football tightly under his arm. He ran across the room and with all the energy in his little body, charged into me. I, being 13 years older than him, stood my ground. He was confused by this. He said, "Kendra, you're supposed to fall down automatically when I hit you." "Why?" I asked. "Because I'm a Red Raider on the red team." Well, in truth, I'm very glad to be on the red team. I will remain standing when life's challenges try to knock me down. Many people, like my brother, identify Kahuku by its color. But it is more than just the school color that makes Kahuku great. It is the spirit, the people, the love, and the pride. Kahuku pride is not a boastful pride. It is an appreciation for the little that we have and the humble place that we come from. In a letter from the school I'm about to attend in the fall, the Dean of Admissions wrote, "For all the times you stayed up late to get it right, practiced, rehearsed, and gave it your all, studied something because you loved it, not because it would be on the test, took a risk instead of following the easy path, volunteered your time, talent, and energy, we applaud you. No one can do this without spirit, love, and pride. A determined spirit, a love for opportunity, and a sense of pride in who you are and what you're capable of. Thank you, Kahuku, for giving our class of 2007 these things. I applaud you. Thank you.
Back in the 9th grade, I can remember going to a state debate tournament. When our team arrived at the tournament held at a school in town, we excitedly piled out of the backs of pickups and minivans, a bit caked with red dirt, all of us a bit mismatched, and sporting windswept hairstyles. Our opponents, on the other hand, arrived orderly in their Mercedes and BMWs, all of them matching like clones, not a hair out of place, and with what looked suspiciously like caterers in tow. Well, needless to say, despite being the North Shore underdogs, we pretty much smashed the competition and took home the debate sweepstakes. Kahuku is great, not because of the facilities, but because of the people. They say it takes a village to raise a child, but here at Kahuku High School, we have even more. The whole North Shore. We have community support, terrific parents, awesome teachers, and brilliant kids willing to work hard and persevere. With this winning combination, look what we can do. We can win the OIA title in football, water polo, and softball. Kahuku always distinguishes itself at academic competitions like History Day with Miss Ishihara, We the People with Miss Schlachter, writing competitions with Miss Palmer, science fair and science bowl debate, and the list goes on. Our band creates musical fusion with Mr. Min, and everyone loves to hear vocal motion. And what about individual accomplishments like Aaron Sitt and Jason Algusain, who won art awards? Lucy Wilson, who is the best Tahitian competitor ever. And Alex Roberts and Ariana Forgerson, who qualified for debate nationals. And my best friend, Diane Chen, who has taken and excelled at every AP course available at this school. While other schools, they have fancy pools, perfect football fields, and tracks, and even granite countertops in their bathrooms. Kahuku's got heart. And we've got all of you who've helped get us here. Thank you.
Ever since the 7th grade, I've had a dream of becoming a valedictorian. Now that I am here, I am convinced that almost everyone is capable of getting to this place on this stage. It's not an easy process, but it's not simple. For me, it was not so much intelligence, as it was hard, stressful, sweat-sparing work. I have never considered myself to be exceptionally smart. I do not understand concepts at first introduction. Information is not easily retained in my head. My SAT and ACT scores are not outstanding. However, I have one quality that allows me to be in this position here tonight. A quality that can be built by all of us, this being diligence. When I set my mind to something, I persuade myself that I can do it. No matter what your IQ is, hard work is the key to a successful and manageable life. You can have the brain of Albert Einstein, and yet if you do not do anything for it, the brains are meaningless. Life is not about being the smartest, but working your hardest and pushing yourself to your limits. So, to the underclassmen, I say, do not be afraid of hard work, not only on the playing field, but in the classroom as well. Dream big and go for it. And to my classmates, our dreams are now our destiny. The only obstacles in the way of our success are ourselves. Congratulations and good luck. Thank you.
Yesterday I was sitting in my living room, desperately trying to come up with something to say for this speech. Then, my 6th grade teacher came over and dropped off a packet that all of her 6th graders had made way back in 2001. In the packet was a letter that I wrote to myself, predicting how I'd feel after graduating from Kahuku High School. It said, I just graduated. It's the year 2007 and I'm going to college. I can't believe it, with 4 exclamation marks. During the summer, I'll probably work at PCC, and I'm sending in applications for Harvard and Oxford. I hope I can make it. When I finished college, I want to be a marine biologist because I love water and sea life. I was surprised to see how much I had changed and how much I was the same. I'm still going to college, and I do work at PCC, but I'm not going to Harvard or Oxford, and I don't even remember wanting to be a marine biologist. That was only 6 years ago. Imagine how different we will all be 6 years from now. Some of us will be starting grad school, getting married, opening our own businesses. The possibilities are endless. If there's one thing I've learned from Kahuku, it is that no matter what the circumstances are, there is always hope that we can fulfill our dreams. We can make it to nationals and we the people. We can win the state football championship. The last thing I wrote in that letter was that graduating from high school is a new experience. I don't know how it'll go, but I feel confident. I couldn't have summed it up better if I had said it today. All of us can feel confident because our teachers, coaches, classes, and experiences at Kahuku have prepared us to be whoever we want to be.
Confucius once said, "The superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions." In other words, an important part of being successful is practicing modesty and appreciation. It is when we march out into the world armed with such concepts that we know we are ready to take on those things that are larger than life. Ted Turner said, "If I only had a little humility, I'd be, well, perfect." And Dr. Phil would probably agree that the first step to solving the problem is admitting that there is one in the first place. So, in order for us to become successful in life, we must admit our faults and develop from them. We must also always remember to thank those around us who have brought us this far. As another great man reminded us, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. It is with this reminder that we need to remember to cherish each and every moment that we have and person that we meet. Even if we haven't done so here at Kahuku High School, there's still many chances left to make that appreciation and gratitude known. We have learned this year, through tragic events, that life is indeed equipped with timers. So we must take every moment to treasure the life we live and the people around us, teachers, families, and friends. Humility and appreciation are not only the means of success, but they are also the means for a happier society. And in the words of Miss Congeniality, I really do want world